In 2015, Fuji's X-T10 took many of its then flagship X-T1's features and packed them into a smaller and more affordable package. This year, Fuji has announced the X-T20, a camera that's going to do exactly the same thing for its current flagship camera, the X-T2. Now, this device has Fuji's synonymous retro styling that's been seen in all of its X-series cameras, but it also promises a really nice performance. So we're going to go out and give it a spin. Inheriting its sensor from the X-T2, the Fuji X-T20 has a 24.3 megapixel APS-C size X-Trans CMOS-free. This is paired with Fuji's X-Processor Pro, with a combination promising a performance that will go toe-to-toe with any enthusiast DSLR or CSC. The camera that we have isn't running the final version of firmware, but judging from the images that we're capturing, its results are sure to please. The camera's native ISO range goes from 200 to 12800, one stop further than that offered by the X-T10, while its top burst rate with continuous focusing is now a speedy 14 frames per second with the camera's electronic shutter and 8 frames per second with its mechanical one. The X-T20's hybrid focus system provides continuous and single-shot focus modes. There's options for single point, zone and wide tracking focusing options. Up to 325 focus points can be selected from, while automatic eye and face detection settings can be enabled. While the X-T20 lacks the focus lever found on the rear of the X Pro 2 and X100F, its display does allow touch focus during both stills and video shooting. During footage capture, this helps to minimise the presence of camera shake and also helps to avoid the sound of button presses. Using the same autofocus algorithm as the X-T2, the performance of the X-T20's continuous AF is improved over the X-T10. Thanks to custom continuous autofocus settings, users can choose from 5 tracking presets offered by the camera, enabling them to select the one best suited to the way that their chosen subject is moving. With digital split image and focus peaking, manual focus is also made possible and intuitive. One of the surprise additions to this camera is that it can shoot Ultra HD 4K video at 30 frames per second with a bitrate of 100 megabytes per second. This footage can either be outputted through the X-T20's HDMI port or saved internally to an SD card. The camera can also record full HD footage at 60 frames per second and features an input for an external microphone. Continuous 4K recording time is capped at 10 minutes, limiting its appeal to professional videographers. But for those more focused on stills, the X-T20's capability to record high-quality clips when needed will be a very welcome feature indeed. Like the X-T2, the X-T20 opts for a solely electronic viewfinder rather than the hybrid version found elsewhere in the X-series range. Its unit has a 2.36 million dot resolution, a refresh rate of 60 frames per second and an inbuilt eye sensor. This is paired with an upgraded 3-inch 1040K dot touchscreen that has a two-way tilt mechanism. This touch and tilt combination make capturing images at high and low angles much more comfortable for users. In terms of its ergonomics, the X-T20 is almost entirely unchanged from the X-T10. There's a raised grip on the front and a thumb rest offering a firm purchase on the camera, while including its battery and memory card, it weighs less than 400 grams. With its body measuring less than 12 centimeters in length and 9 centimeters in height, it's much smaller than many DSLRs, but isn't exactly pocketable with a lens attached. Overlooking the touchscreen that offers image navigation during playback and focus selection during shooting, control of the device is similarly unchanged from the previous model. The only difference of note to the X-T10 is that the recording button found on its top has now become a function button on the X-T20. Unlike the X100F announced at the same time, this camera does not adopt a shutter dial that also incorporates ISO selection. Simple to navigate, the X-T20's menu system, combined with plenty of dedicated controls for its frame advance rate, shutter speed and exposure compensation, make using this device a breeze. Among other features, the X-T20 touts Wi-Fi for speedy file transfer to a smart device and remote shooting, an inbuilt flash and hot shoe, a micro USB port and a threaded input for a cable release on top of its shutter button. The camera's battery life from fully charged is a reasonable 350 shots. Fuji's X-T10 was one of my favourite mid-level cameras of the last few years. It placed a really well-performing sensor inside a surprisingly refined camera body for its price. Building on that success, the X-T20 overhauls its core specifications with a higher resolution sensor, 4K video shooting and a touchscreen display. All these things are sure going to tick a lot of enthusiast boxes. For more information about the X-T20, visit wexphotographic.com.